Good evening, Portage County, and welcome to another edition of Sports Corner. I'm Ian Herrmann.
And I'm Matt Mergen.
Could the KSU's men's basketball team continue their winning streak against the conference-leading Ohio Bobcats? Let's go to the MAC for Friday's highlight. And as we go to the MAC, as I said, Kent State hosting OU in a blackout game. Kent was rocking the arena. We'll pick up the action with this Malik Jacobs and one three-pointer. He gets it to fall. And then Giovanni Santiago, he has a ball pump fake, drive in, gets the layup to fall. He had 14 points on the night. And then Jeremiah Hernandez, he will find Tervel Beck in the corner. He will shoot. He will not miss that. Flashes, they are looking good early. Now Santiago with the ball again, draws the double team, hits Beck who's wide open. He's not going to miss that. OU forced to call a timeout. And then Justin Hamilton inside, he will get the ball and he will finish the and one layup there. And now Sincere Carey with the ball, step back, midi, falls, gets the and one call, staring down the defender, staring down the camera. He had a big night as well, 12 points, go along with 7 assists. And now we will move on. Jacobs with the ball, making some nice moves, spinorama, step back, he hits the midi. And then Jacobs again with the ball. He will pass to Garcia, who races in, slams it home with the one hand. And now Carey, he will lob one up to Hamilton and gets a dunk there of his own. And now Santiago in the corner with the ball. He's not going to miss that three. And now we will go to Carey, making some moves, hits a cutting Jacob, gets another slam there. And now we will keep the dunk party going. Jalen Sullinger lobs it up to Garcia, two-handed slam. And Kent State, they dominate at home, 75-52, extending their win streak to 8 in a row. They're just one game back from first place in the MAC. Next game is tomorrow at home against Ball State at 7 p.m. Now let's hear from Coach Senderoff.
First half was probably the best half of basketball, both ends of the floor in my 11 years here. So these guys did an awesome job. The whole team obviously did a great job against a really good team. We just got to continue to move forward, continue to try to get better, but certainly tonight was a great step. We got to continue to get better and continue to progress because we have more important games moving forward. But for tonight, these guys and our whole team tonight was our night against a really good team.
And now looking at the MAC men's standings, Toledo sitting in first with 13-3. OU is at 13-3, sitting in second, and then Kent State's not too far behind at 12-4 after picking up some big wins. Buffalo's sitting at 10-4 in fourth, and then Akron and Ball State are just trailing at 10-6 and 7-8, sitting at 5th and 6th place in the MAC. And then Miami and Central Michigan are in last, sitting at 6-9 and 5-8.
Good evening, Portage County. I'm Matt Corrali, and we're talking all Kent State hoops right now.
What does the Golden Flashes past week on the floor say to the rest of the MAC?
Well, Ian, it says that everyone in the MAC should watch out for the Golden Flashes. This team can score on you any which way and punish you on defense. If you're another team from the Mid-American Conference, you better bring your best on the floor for 40 minutes.
We know about Sincere Carey as he won the Co-MAC Player of the Week. Who are some other standouts that we should watch out for?
Well, Matt, some other standout stars include guards Giovanni Santiago and Malik Jacobs. These guards can score the ball any way they please and can spread the ball out to other members of the team, leaving the opponent questioning who the focus is for the Golden Flashes. Justin Hamilton is another player to watch as he stands at 6'11" and is a real presence down low, and it proved against the Bobcats, scoring 10 points against the #1 team in the MAC.
And where do you see the Golden Flashes when the season comes to an end?
Well, quite simply, I believe that the Golden Flashes have a legitimate chance of winning the MAC championship, and depending on who they face in the tournament, if they win the MAC, they could win a game or two. Only time will tell, guys.
And thank you, Matt. Now moving over to the Kent State women's team. They are on the road taking on the Zips in this one, as Katie Shumate is going to get the tough left-handed finish here, and then Akron would respond here with a fast break layup. Kent State's defense struggled in this one early, and then Shumate again is going to knock down this catch-and-shoot three from the corner. And then Molly Neitzel is going to answer for the Akron Zips by knocking down this three, and the Zips are rolling early. And then Hannah Young with the sweet pump fake here to create a wide open three from the corner. That's good. And then Casey Santoro is going to knock down a three of her own, and the Flashes were starting to hit from deep. But Jordan Dawson for the Zips kept cooking, and she had 30 points in this game. And then on the very next play, Bridget Dunn is rewarded for her off-ball movement, cuts in, and then easy inside pass leads to this and one for the Flashes, and then now a Blackford with a tough layup. That defender had no chance. Jordan Dawson again, reverse layup here for Akron. She could not be stopped. And now Reagan
Whether you
Bass,
win or
she's
you
getting
lose
hit a
or
tough
whatever,
layup.
You have to have a short-term memory. And we've got, starting tonight, 5 games in 11 days again. You know, it's not like the other teams, some other teams are doing that type of thing, but that's what we're dealing with. And so we have to stay focused on that, manage our players through that, and we want to continue to improve. You know, we want to keep winning, but we want to keep playing better basketball. So if and when we get to the tournament, that we're playing our best basketball when the games matter the most.
And now looking at the MAC women's standings, we got Toledo sitting at 15-1 in first. Buffalo's not too far behind. They're at 12-4, and then Akron sitting in third at 10-5 after picking up that big win against Kent. Kent's sitting in fourth, 8-7 isn't too bad, and then Western Michigan's at 8-7, Northern Illinois is at 8-8, and then Ball State and Ohio are in last with 7-7.
Okay, Matt, we just saw the standings. We just saw how Kent did against Akron. But even after that game, how do you still feel about this women's team?
I'm still confident about the Kent State women's team. They've won 6 of the last 7. They did have that tough loss to Akron, and Jordan Dawson played out of her mind. She had a 38-4 game. She was 12 for 22 from the field. And foul trouble for Kent is ultimately what killed them in this game. Akron had 20 free throws alone in the fourth quarter, which is just unacceptable for this Kent team for how good that defense is. And they sunk 14 of them. This Kent State women's defense is #1 in the MAC, and it's the strongest aspect of this team, and they hold MAC opponents to fewer points per game than any other team. The defense just has to not get in foul trouble here in the future in order for them to win these tight games.
I agree. I had that as well. Kent, best defense at 60.4 points a game. Their next 5 games, they got BG twice, Buffalo, OU, Miami. They're sitting right there in the middle. BG is fighting for a spot. OU's fighting for a spot. Buffalo, they're in. They lost to Buffalo and OU twice. But the thing is with BG, Buffalo, and OU, they have the top 3 offenses in the MAC. So this will definitely be a tough stretch for them.
And now looking at an update for tonight's game, Starkey said the most important thing is the next opponent, and Kent State is winning right now at the half, 35-38 against the Bowling Green Falcons. This is a big game for Kent State.
And the Golden Flashes end the regular season with a 29-12 win over SIU Edwardsville in wrestling. Jake Ferry racked up a series of takedowns in the first period and added a pair of 4-point near falls in the second. Ferry had a 19-3 advantage, stopping the bout just before the second period ended. Kent State looks to take that victory momentum into the MAC championships. The 2022 conference championships will be held at Ohio University on March 4th and 5th. And Jake Wicke sets a new Kent State men's weight throw record with a 75-foot, 11.5-inch toss on his 3rd attempt on Saturday at the Judd Logan Memorial. Tune-up. The 5th-year thrower's personal best throw gives him a number 4 national ranking and beats the previous record set by Matthias Tayala in 2015. The Flashes will be back in action at the Kent State Fieldhouse when they host the 2022 Mid-American Conference Indoor Track and Field Championships on February 25th and 26th.
And the Kent State lacrosse team hosted the Duquesne Ducks on Sunday and fell by a final score of 15-4. Duquesne came out aggressive on offense and was able to maintain that level of play for the full 60 minutes. For Kent State, Megan Kozar was able to net 2 goals for the team, along with Abby Jones and Kenty Schuyler scoring 1 goal apiece. With that loss, that moves the team to 0-2 on the season as they prepare for their next game on the road, and it's their first MAC game of the season at Akron on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
And the Kent State baseball team gutted out a 2-1 win over Coastal Carolina yesterday in Conway. The Flashes were led to victory by a 9th-inning RBI single from Justin Kirby. Kirby did finish the day at 2-3. Aiden Longwell scored the winning run, but that wasn't the only contribution he made. Longwell was on the mound for the final 6 outs of the game and was credited with the win. The Flashes are back in action in Lubbock, Texas against Texas Tech on February 25th. First pitch is scheduled for 3 p.m.
And the Kent State gymnastics team remains undefeated following hosting their annual pink meet against Bowling Green Sunday to be 3-0 in the MAC. Rachel DeKavich posted a season-best 39.300 in the all-around competition while achieving her highest scores of the year on floor exercise 9.875 and vault 9.850. The highest individual scores in each event were taken by Kent State gymnasts, sweeping the meet. Final scores were 195.050 to 192.650. Kent State, they will travel to rival Central Michigan for competition on February 27th, not having a home meet again until March 6th. And when we come back, we will recap the NBA All-Star festivities from this past weekend. See you after the break.
heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
What's poppin', Portage County? I'm resident Cavs expert Josh Aponte, and yesterday was the NBA All-Star Game where Team Durant took on Team LeBron. Let's take a look at the highlights. Here we got the kids from Akron, born in the same hospital, but you already know who the crowd wants to see, LeBron GOAT James. We'll get started here in the first with this insane behind-the-back alley-oop by Ja Morant. Dang, that was better than the dunk contest, oh my. You already know LeBron James in the open floor, and he tries to alley-oop it to himself, but it actually just goes in anyway. Here's the MVP frontrunner Joel Embiid with the nasty windmill dunk. And Cleveland fans were absolutely in awe as Stephen Wardell Curry caught fire in the third and nailed a 3 from the logo. Look at that arc splash. Chef Curry wasn't done cooking yet with this heave from almost half court. Look at, easy. Oh my gosh, Steph hit 7 threes just in the third quarter. You already know the king had to prove it's his castle, and bang, Cleveland. This is for you. Team LeBron takes the dub and is 5-0 in the new All-Star Game format. And the Cavs hate to see it, but Wardell Curry won the 2022 All-Star Game MVP award and finished off with 50 points, including making 16 threes.
And the NBA All-Star Game took Cleveland by storm this weekend, but the biggest impact might be felt right here at Kent State University. TV2's Liv Sharp has the story as she attended the All-Star Game.
Sunday night, LeBron James played in the NBA's All-Star Game for a charity close to home. The Kent State I Promise Scholars is a program that provides higher education to the graduates of LeBron's I Promise School in Akron.
These are students who started in the very first class of LeBron's students. So third grade, they started in the third grade. And here they are, freshmen at Kent State.
Last night's game held a deeper meaning for the scholars.
I definitely think it's going to help to influence more people coming to Kent State as well, whether it'll be like I Promise kids or just other kids who want to attend college.
He's playing for us, and he's out there on the court showing out for us. It's an honor.
After winning the first and third quarters as well as the game itself, Team LeBron won $450,000 for the I Promise Scholars.
And so what this money means is that this group of I Promise Scholars will be able to have their dorm paid for the next 3 years.
On top of winning the money, the I Promise Scholars got an experience they'll never forget.
Court, LeBron sees me and makes his arms big. And I went to him and I'm crying and I was like, you don't know what this, and he's like, I know, girl. This is amazing. This is so great.
It's just crazy seeing a lot of people and shaking their hands and actually talking to them. It's just a great experience.
What's up, Portage County? I'm Michael Neenan, resident NBA expert, and I'm here to tell you
about what took place for the rest of the season. Now, Mike, at the beginning of the season, you predicted that Steph Curry would take home the regular season MVP award. How has that prediction held up so far this season?
Well, Matt, I can't lie. Steph Curry has been letting me down this season. He started off strong, but when January came around, Steph Curry had a massive slump where he averaged only 22 points per game on 39% from the field and about 33% from three, and is a big reason why the Warriors have forfeited the 1 seed in the West to the Suns. This cold streak massively depressed his stats, and although his overall stats this season have been good, I don't think they have been MVP worthy compared to the other candidates.
Who do you think will win the MVP now?
I think it's Joel Embiid. Embiid seems to be the consensus favorite to win the award, and I think it's justified. Embiid is currently leading the league in scoring with 29.6 points per game and 11 rebounds. The Sixers are currently third in the East, and with a healthy James Harden, the Sixers' record could improve even further.
Now, Mike, which team do you think will finish at the top of the Eastern Conference?
It might be a stretch, but I think the Boston Celtics are going to rise to the 1 seed. Since the new year, the Celtics have been the best defensive team in the league by far and have just gone 9-1 going into the All-Star break. Due to a variety of injury and COVID-19 related issues, most of the top Eastern teams are only ahead of the lower seeds by a few games. The Celtics have shown that they figured out their early season dysfunctions. Their 4.5 game gap between them and the 1-seeded Miami Heat could close very quickly.
Okay, thank you, Mike. And looking at the Eastern Conference standings, the Heat and the Bulls up there in 1 and 2 at 38 and 21. The Sixers third at 35 and 23, as well as the Cavs at 35 and 23 in fourth. The Bucks at 36 and 24. Celtics sit there in sixth, 34 and 26. The Raptors 32 and 25, and down in eighth still are the Nets at 31 and 28. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the Buckeyes men's basketball action from over the weekend.
Brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Reach out, you're almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Welcome back to Sports Corner. The Ohio State Buckeyes took on the Iowa Hawkeyes, and what a game this was. Let's take a look at the highlights. Like I said, we got Ohio State taking on Iowa in this one. Ohio State out to an early lead here, and Jamari Wheeler is going to get the steal for a fast break layup. It's no good, but Branham is going to get this putback, and E.J. Liddell, he's going to get inside. No chance anyone is stopping here. Monster two-hand throwdown, and now for the Hawkeyes, Keegan Murray, he's going to catch this lob for a monster dunk. And now for Iowa, Jordan Bohannon, he's going to knock down this corner three for Iowa. And then E.J. Liddell would respond. What a season he has been having as he converts to this breakaway layup. And then Murray again, nice spin move, and he dunks all over the Buckeyes defense. Iowa is running with this one, and then Ohio State's save attempt ends up in the hands of Murray for yet another dunk. Liddell again, top of the key three here, is good. He kept Ohio State in this game. And then Connor McCaffrey is going to hit a big-time three for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa ran with this one in the second half, and Iowa wins with this one with a final score of 75-62 to hand Ohio State their 8th loss.
Now more Big Ten hoops. Michigan at Wisconsin first half. Johnny Davis will get the ball, pump fake, drive in, and give it to Chris Vogt, who slams it home. And now Michigan with the ball. Hunter Dixon, he'll go to work. Nice little sky hook shot. He'll get that to fall. Now Wisconsin back on offense. Chucky Hepburn, he's making some moves, drives in and gets a tough layup to fall there and one. And then still in the first, Davis, he's making some moves, goes in, gets a nice left-hand layup there. And then second quarter, Devontae Jones up to Eli Brooks wide open. He's not going to miss that one. He had 14 points on the night. And then Hepburn with the ball again, driving in. Nice pass to Stephen Kroll, who gets a wide open three to fall. Now Wisconsin, they're trying to take control. Davis with the ball again, backing his defender down, turn around, hits the shot. And now Wisconsin up 8. Davis trying to extend the lead, doing it himself, drive in, and one layup there. Wisconsin, they win it 77-63, but after the game, we got some fireworks. Juwan Howard slaps the assistant coach on Wisconsin. They did not like what was going on in this one, but Wisconsin, they win it, as I said, 77-63.
And now we got Mo Bamba getting hype with the Texas Longhorn crowds. They take on Texas Tech. Missed the layup here, turns into an Andrew Jones knockdown corner three. And then now Adonis Arms here. He's going to get this miss, and he's going to get a monster throwdown as well. And then now for Texas Tech, Adonis Arms again. He's going to knock down this catch and shoot three. He's going to get it to fall. And then for Texas Tech, off the screen here, it's going to turn into a sweet inside bounce pass that leads to a Bryson Williams poster in the Longhorns' house. And the Longhorns would respond here as Andrew Jones again shows he's a shooter, knocking down another triple to cut the deficit to 4. And then now he's going to show off his playmaking ability as Jace Febres is going to knock down the 3, and the Longhorns have battled back. Late in the second half, Clarence Nadolny hits a big 3 down the stretch, and Texas Tech ran with it. Texas Tech wins this game with a final score of 61-55 and hands the Longhorns their 8th loss.
And now over to Wichita, where we pick it up. Josh Carlton slams it home. Houston up 3. Now Craig Porter with the ball, making some moves. Will go in and get a nice dunk right there. Now we'll go to the second overtime here. Carlton gets the ball, turnaround shot. That's good. They're up 3. Now Porter with the ball again, making some moves. Turnaround layup there, gets the fall. They go up 1. Kyler Edwards with the ball now, gets it. He'll find Carlton, who goes in and gets the easy layup there. And now the Shockers need an answer. 5 seconds left. Who but Porter? That ties the game at 74. Now Houston, they're trying to win the game. Jamal Sheed running up the ball, running up the court, gives it to Jawan Roberts for the slam. 2-point lead with a second to go. Now with just 1 second left, Wichita State needs something. Give it to Porter, but it is short on the shot. And Houston wins it 76-74 in double overtime to improve their record to 22-4. That is their 8th win out of their last 10. And when we come back, we'll take a look at our men on the Silver Mountain and our award-winning segments. Stay with us.
Can you concern with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. Planting seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall, and make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back. Let's get into my segment, Ian's 3 stars of the week. And for my 3rd star of the week, it's Jaromir Jagr. The Aegis Wonder celebrated his 50th birthday on February 15th. And the best part is, at 50, he continues to play professionally in his home country of the Czech Republic. My 2nd star of the week is the Finland national hockey team. The Finns were able to capture their first Olympic gold medal in hockey after defeating the Russian Olympic Committee 2-1. And my 1st star of the week is Steph Curry. Curry showed out in the All-Star game in Cleveland last night by dropping 50 points and hitting an All-Star game record of 16 threes, was of course named the All-Star game MVP.
Now for my Mergen Minute, I want to talk about all the All-Star festivities from this past weekend. The actual game was awesome, and the three-point contest was phenomenal, and it was really cool seeing the center win it, and congrats to Karl-Anthony Towns on his great shooting performance. The dunk contest, however, could have been significantly better. We are seeing the same thing over and over again, and it really hasn't been the same since 2016. It gets tougher every year to come up with new dunks, but we need to get some big names back in the contest. Bring in Levine, Gordon, Ja, Zion, LeBron if the NBA can pull it off. Whatever the people want to see, this contest needs to be improved. And now for my man on the Silver Mountain pick this week, my pick is the greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James. LeBron returned back to his castle Sunday night to Cleveland to represent his team and hit the game winner to move to 5-0 since the start of the new All-Star format. LeBron not only brought home the win in great fashion, but he raised $450,000 Sunday night to go to Kent State University by winning multiple quarters of the game. Congrats to LeBron and his team on their win.
For my men on the Silver Mountain, I'm going with the Kent State men's basketball team and Sincere Carey. The men are currently on an 8-game winning streak, beating some of the top MAC teams in Ohio University and Toledo along the way. Their defense has been stellar, but the play of Sincere Carey has really helped the Flashes get the job done. Carey was just named Co-MAC Player of the Week. Carey had 23 points against Toledo and had 12 points and 7 assists against OU. And speaking of LeBron and the Cavs, Matt, do you think LeBron could come back?
I think there is a good chance LeBron does come back. I think when Bronny does get drafted, like he said, ultimately he's going to go where his son goes. But I do think if LeBron was on this Cavs roster right now, they definitely would be in contention for the finals.
I still think they are in contention for the finals, but I don't really know where I see LeBron fitting in on this roster. He's very ball dominant, and I like what we have with this group, but I can for sure see LeBron coming back. After he plays a year with his son, he could definitely come back here for 1 year and retire, and that's ultimately what I think he wants.
I agree. I love the young core that we have. The ball movement's great. LeBron is a very ball-centered player, and I do think we would have to obviously slide a quarter to the bench, and then you would have Garland, LeVert starting one with Mobley now, and it could be a dominant five, and then your bench with Okoro and Sexton could be dominant with shooters like Kevin Love coming off the bench. We'll have to see what happens with the Cavs in the future.
I have to agree, and I like where they are right now. And that is all the time we have for today. I'm Ian Herrmann.
And I'm Matt Mergen.
I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night.